Hey everybody, we're at La Teresita today, and this is Realtors Gotta Eat. Hey everybody, I'm Dave, this is my brother George, and of course we are Realtors Gotta Eat. And today we went to the famous La Teresita, or as Americans say, La Teresita. Columbus Avenue, Boliche Way, here in Tampa. Everybody from Tampa knows if you want a Cuban sandwich, this is where you come.
Well, it's Restaurant Row is what it is.
Yeah, Restaurant Row, or Cuban Restaurant Row,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
And when I first came to Tampa, late 80s, I asked, hey, where do I go for Cuban? And they told me, La Teresita. So that's where I went, and that's where I experienced, I don't know when you experienced it, but I experienced the first time putting black beans on yellow rice. I'm
Yeah.
Cuban, and I have never seen that in my life. Never.
It's white rice and black beans.
Yeah, it's usually white rice, black beans, but here, I guess the Americans like to put black beans on their yellow rice and hot sauce.
Well, but that's what the Cubans were
I
offering.
think that's
yellow
a
rice. I
Southern.
think that's a Spaniard. We have a lot of Spaniard and Italian blend here in Tampa. So I'm guessing that this yellow rice business came out of that. We're gonna
Yeah,
have to
I
look
guess it
into
was
that.
popular. People like the arroz con pollo, which is yellow rice and chicken, but then they just said, let me just get the yellow rice.
Let's put some beans on this. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a famous place. It's been around since the, I think, early 70s. So we went and got some Cubans, and we're here to check them out.
Well, and let me tell you what. One of the things that I got from this is that, and of course we haven't tasted it, because the elements is right. They have this is a typical Tampa Cuban with salami, ham, and pork, and they actually roast their own pork there. And what they do is they slice it a little thicker than a normal ham slice, but it's sliced, so it controls the portion. And when you look at this, all the layers are in there. The correct bread, toasted properly. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna find out. Right? We haven't had a sandwich from there in years.
Oh yeah, it's been years since.
Forgot what it was like, and of course now that we're doing all these comparisons, now we're gonna know how
This is when the rubber meets the road, as they say.
We just did a recent test in one of the places down on Columbus Drive, on Restaurant Row there, and let me tell you what, that was some good stuff. So we'll have to see how the Teresita stacks up.
I guess this is an average Cuban. It seems a little thin.
Yeah.
But I think it's average.
The flavor is the thing we're looking for.
Yeah, you gotta try it out. But everything's there. Should be some good roast pork. But what are you thinking?
It doesn't disappoint. Doesn't disappoint. They do these things with their eyes closed. One of the things that I'm noticing is the high traffic. It's a high traffic area, and so they go through the process maybe a little quicker, try to get people out of there for lunch sooner than later. And I'm thinking the pressing of this thing lacks a little.
Well, you were worried about that, but
yeah. Well, it's
pretty toasted.
Well, the bread is because they have high intensity presses, but it's a little cold inside.
It's a little cold inside.
Yeah, so it's those of you that are taking notes, what makes a Cuban sandwich like flawless and perfect is when the cheese starts to melt in the pressing process. You've done enough without burning the bread. So it's a combination of that. Yeah. So having said all that, I think this is actually not disappointing at all. It's actually pretty good. They stand up to their 40-year history or whatever it is that they,
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, it's not, the pork is good. I mean, the flavor is there. It's a little thin sandwich, but it packs a punch. I mean, all the flavor is there.
I think this sandwich is designed to allow you to eat something else during lunch.
Yeah,
so you can have one of the other Cuban
delicacies. You can eat this whole thing and not be stuffed, which is, I guess, the point.
With some of the other sandwiches we've had, you can only eat half of one of those things. But at any rate, having said all that, Dave, won't
Well-
you remind our friends here who we are?
We are Realtors Got to Eat for a reason. We are realtors here in the Tampa Bay area, and we've been doing real estate for almost over 20 years. So we know the area, we know the market, we know what's happening, we know what's going on. If you're thinking about buying, selling, give us a call, drop us an email. Let's have a conversation about it. We'll be more than happy to take you through it and figure it out and see what you want, and get your needs and
Absolutely,
we'll
absolutely.
work it out.
We have that's our little dog here saying hello. Anyway, having said all that, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Make
Absolutely,
sure
very
that
important.
Yeah, that you continue to get all this fun stuff that we're bringing your way on a regular basis. We're going to be doing a real famous Cuban restaurant that used to a sandwich shop that used to be in town many years ago that went out. They've been out of circulation for a long time, and they just opened back up recently.
Yeah.
And we're going to go interview the management there and do check their sandwich out and let you know what we think.
Yeah, so keep a lookout. That's why it's very important to subscribe so you don't miss stuff like this.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. We'll be
coming up.
doing moving forward. We'll be doing more history on the Cuban sandwich and bring back the originality of what makes the Tampa Cuban different and so forth. And a lot of you may have seen that. But anyway, having said all that,
So what'd you think of this?
this is good. This is a high rating. This is an 8.5 plus. Don't you think?
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
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 8.5?
8.5 it is.
8.5 sounds good to me.
Now, and with that, we want to thank you for your time, and as always,
As always, hasta la próxima.